I credit the Leafs. Like we said it prior to that trip. 4 points you take, 5 a really good trip. Sure, they should have had 6. Pissed away one in Vegas, no question.
Yes.
Should have had it. Should have been 6. Would have been a great trip. But 5 of 8 is a really good trip, and they were chasing that game. Chasing it, and they found a way to stay in it. They tie it late. Couple of bounces go their way, unquestionably. And, Matthews to Domi. And I thought Matthews, again, was really, really good. And, Willie's not going tonight. They don't know when he's going to skate again. Nyes is a game time. It's very concerning. I know it's a groin. It's the same issue before. Other people in the market, I think, have brought up, when do you start talking Olympic Games and when you have to tap him on the shoulder and say, thanks, but no thanks, Willie. Good luck with that. I would assume Willie's target date is game 1 of the Olympic Games. I shouldn't say that. I don't know that, but I got to believe that Willie wants to represent his country at the Olympic Games.
All of them do, but it's a dicey subject, Hayes, because a guy like that is a perfect example. It's like, I really want to play in the Olympics. These guys are dying to play in the Olympics. They've all wanted it for so long, and I get it. I do get it. But when you're the team that's paying the bill, and it's like, so let me get this straight. You're dying to go over there. You haven't played for us, and then your first game is going to be back over there. And what if what if it's worse when you come back? Then we're screwed. That is going to be a spicy meatball when it comes down to it. Guys deciding, or teams getting involved in the decision of what the hell guys are going to do.
It's a great, point because he's making $11.5 million. Toronto Maple Leafs are paying him, not Team Sweden. And I know it's a personal preference to go play for your country, all of that type of stuff. His job is in Toronto. The Toronto Maple Leafs are 1 point out of the play. They're trying to make the playoffs. They're going to need all hands on deck down the stretch. And if he's not healthy, or if he's close to being healthy, do you go? I mean, again, it might be a moot point because he might be back in a week and be flying and head into the Olympics and go and have a great Olympics. But if he's not, you have to look at what's best for the organization. Your job, your day job is playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Can teams put rules in place, Jamie, as far as this? If I was a GM, I would say, you need to give us 5 good games that just show you're healthy before you're going over there. And if you can't do it, sorry, man. But I don't even know if they can do that.
They can't. I haven't combed over the CBA, but they can't. Though you can't because then it's very subjective. Where do you draw the line? Where do you? Hey, you had something. You haven't been feeling well. You haven't played well. Where do you draw the line? The GMs, I don't think they can do it. I think you're relying on the players being sensible. I think you're relying on the players and trusting the medical staff of the team. And that's where it might get dicey. That's where if I'm a GM, I might go up to the doc and say, hey, dude, you tell him that groin is nowhere close to being ready. But it's his
that's
body.
That's more crooked than the other.
Of course it is.
I just mentioned.
Of course it is.
That's why you're Fergie.
I am Fergie. I am Fergie. How's the labrum going? No, you're not playing, or you're playing. I get it. And I'm being somewhat sarcastic. The point I'm trying to make is I don't think you can tell him. And especially a guy like a superstar who's got term and what are you going to say to the guy? What are you going to hold over him? Well, if you go and get injured, we're not going to re-sign you. What are you going to say?
Well, no,
the guy's going to play. Guy wants to play. He's going to play. There's nothing you can do. If he wants to play, he's going to play. And I guarantee you there will be a player that is either barely back or not back at all that will still go and play at the Olympic Games.
Well, you talk about telling the doctor something. I guarantee you there's going to be guys that are going over there not telling the truth to their team, saying, I'm money right now. And they're just saying, I'm dying to get over there and play in the Olympics, and this might work, it might not. And it'll be a yard sale. It'll be a mess.
Keep in mind, guys, as much as we want it to be a perfect scenario, there is players that are going to get hurt over there. It happens. Block a shot, groin injury, you name it.
I think it happened to Johnny Tavares and so.
Well, it did happen to
JT.
Yes. My point being is you can't bubble wrap.
No, of course.
That's different. You're allowed to go play.
Totally different story on that.
Totally different.
This is before you go. Right. How you're feeling. And again, we'll see. We're having the same chats with the Four Nations, and we'll see. And it sucks because Willie, since returning from the injury, has been really playing well. And something's nagging at Matthew Nyes, and he's a game-time decision tonight. And it's tough. But this is a big homestand, man. Minnesota, Detroit, Vegas, Colorado, Buffalo. That's as tough as it gets in the league.